What's up? Welcome to Moment by Moment. Got King Brett, three ball, and the OG hustler, the point guard that is gonna play D. He's gonna slap the floor, and you better be ready because he's gonna hustle. Pack Drip with us. Thanks for joining us, man. Excited to have you with us, breaking down some moments.
Thanks. I'm glad to be here with a whole bunch of guys with that dog mentality.
Box out.
Yep.
That we don't know any other way. We don't know any other way.
No, sir.
Three ball, what you got lined up for us today, man?
We are still in the Nine Lives Lounge covering some cool cats moments, and we got a cool cat with us, man. I'm so pumped that Pack Drip's here. He's one of the first people I met in the NLL, and I wasn't in it yet, and he was just so welcoming with information, DMing me, giving me all types of stuff that was going on. And so it immediately attracted me to him and his basketball knowledge, which is a big reason why we're friends. I'm so pumped you're here today so we can break down some moments, bud.
Anytime, three ball. Man, we were in the DMs for weeks talking about hoops and different strategies, who we're trying to get for this challenge and different things like that. And I told him, I'm like, NLL I think is going to be or is the best place to be in the Top Shot community, other than the CNC group chat.
Yeah.
But for a Discord channel, I think it's a great option. We had some great leaders with some ideas, and my biggest pitch has always been keep it basketball. NFT All-Star Game was basketball. That was my main pitch, and that's what I like, and I think we should have more basketball people in here. And it also keeps more of a youth movement because a lot of younger people are out there playing basketball. And if younger people are in it, it brings the next generation of collectors. And it goes like that. And, it's a little cyclical, a little generational. It'll take some time. But I think if you're finding where people are playing basketball and they're actually into the NBA, and I think those kind of go hand in hand. Because, when you're shooting a three, step back three, you're Curry. You're doing this, you're doing that. And it's reenacting your favorite players and trying to, gain some of their skill and see how they get it done. So it's all about being on the basketball court, and NLL is building a basketball court. I became a meme over a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, when I said TopShot should buy land. So people thought I was insane. People thought they were like, what are you talking about? And that's what they thought with the NFT All-Star Game too. Yeah. And they said, what are you doing? This is Web3. This is NFTs. I said, yeah, but you're not going to make it real until it's real, until people actually feel tangible benefits from owning this fictional imaginary thing.
Yeah.
Then you'll understand. I own stocks. Every year, I get a thing in the mail when the shareholder meeting is, and I could vote on said stock. I own an Apple share. I could go to the Apple shareholder meeting and talk about it. And that's sort of what a DAO is. So I really understood what Web3 was, but I also had a great understanding of how to try to put this into real life. And I think a lot of people are missing that. And I always said, if you have a basketball facility, no matter what, people will show up. If you build it, they will come. Which I tested the theory, and I got Canadians and Californians coming.
That's right.
For a 2-hour open gym. If that can be done, people fly from Canada just to do that. Just imagine if TopShot had their own actual court and facility. And so that was my big pitch. And Nine Lives Lounge has a home court, and they're building it in Dallas, Texas.
Yeah. So, welcome to Texas.
Love it.
Right. Right down the road. Is the number 2. He's the sidekick to LaMelo in the set. But it's really good that, it's going to Dallas, Texas, and I'm a big fan of it. And that means even if it's an outdoor court and it's not exactly what my idea was, I'm still rallying behind it because it's getting there. It's awesome. Baby steps. And I think over time, they'll come around to realizing that's what's going to really get new users. Because right now, they're doing giveaways, and they're having me, you, and Three Ball, and King Brett retweet the same thing. And it's all of our followers seeing the same stuff. Yeah, and we're stuck in a little echo chamber right now. Yep. And I think the only way to actually gain new eyes, new anything, would be to get it at the source. Like I said, at the courts, people who love NBA. Yeah. And they're doing it. So I'm back in NLL 100%. And that court opening is going to be very special.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
You see behind King Brad, he's got a jersey hanging there for him. He was in the NLL before me as well. We talked on several episodes before of him feeding me information, same as you, of I wasn't in yet, and you guys were in there and getting that type of voter information. And so I was very appreciative that you were passing it down to us and collecting and connecting. And seeing Luka behind Brett and back to him being a cool cat. And number 2, as you mentioned, Pack Drip. So excited that it's coming to Dallas. Before I even wanted to finish NLL, I wanted Cool Cat Luka. Man, it's such a cool moment.
It is.
Yeah. And there's been some hiccups with NLL too. And you guys kind of said, like, you know, sometimes I could have some criticism, but it's always for the best. You know, I seen everybody in the community rallied together. Web3, we all sent and completed Kevin Durant's 9 Lives Lounge set. And it was before the screenshot for the hat and the hoodie. He never received it. And I was vocal about that. And people were like off put that I was upset about it. But I'm like, do you guys not get it? That's what it takes. I have a friend, he's actually my coworker. There's a brand, it's called Gangsters Buy Flowers. And Chris Paul, Kawhi, there's a few other guys in the NBA who wear the stuff religiously. It's my coworker's big brother's brand. He lives in Boston. Wow. He's a guy who started printing out of his own house. And that's still, to this day, he has an internet clothes service, and he's doing all of it out of his home. And that type of stuff went viral because Kawhi wore a Gangsters Wear Flowers shirt. Yeah. And now that guy is set. Yeah. His business is rolling and it gets sales. They didn't really comprehend that if you get Kevin Durant, the hat with the Moment logo, and then a Cool Cats hoodie, and he sits down at a press conference the same way Kawhi did for this random guy's brand. Imagine if it was backed by the NBA, like TopShot is.
Yeah.
And he's like, sense. Oh, how do you get that? Oh, this is a special club for sports collectible collect. You know what I'm saying? Like, it will hit and register with an average fan, and because the average fan is buying the random clothing line that has nothing to do with basketball, just to stay with basketball culture. Yeah. And if they ingrain themselves in basketball culture, got him some TopShot gear, made it normal, people would know about it more. Yeah. And that was something that I was kind of screaming to the rooftops about for a while. that would have been great. We all banded together and got KD in the NLL. That was so cool.
That was cool.
Our club.
Yeah, that was cool.
Well, speaking of the NLL and the moments and pushing it, let's get right into the first one. I can't wait to break these down. First one we're doing, Zach LaVine.
Ooh, baller.
God. This moment is awesome.
Who's that?
I mean, dude, I like his game so much. He's so good.
We talked earlier this week in the podcast with Pack Drip about guys flourishing after they've guys flourishing after they've left and got traded. That definitely happened here, man.
Yeah, LaVine bounced around the league, had a couple injuries. And I think last year was all right for him. I think the previous season was LaVine's best year. I thought this year he was going to maintain that. Didn't really see it. And I heard a lot on podcasts that they kind of had some internal struggles with effort and defense, and not all the team was on the same chord. So hopefully this season they get it together and do it. Like, as you see, this is a great steal. He had a great stat line. But if you look at the result, they lost to the Spurs. So there is some times and some inconsistencies with the Bulls and a Zach LaVine-led team. But I'm a big fan of his game. And I think he needs to rely more on his three-point shot because he's got limitless range. And once he gets hot, it gets ugly for the other squad. And then once he gets hot, they have to sell too hard on the three, and now he's got the blow-by. Yeah. So the three goes hand in hand with the dunk. He wants more dunks. He's got to shoot more threes, ironically.
Yeah.
Crazy. Zach LaVine was actually the first rare moment I ever got out of a pack from joining a queue way back in S2.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Yeah, good memory.
Congrats.
Yeah. But all right, let's break this down. So, Zach, it's a dunk. This is a challenge reward moment. Just over 10,000 minted. There's 419 to date burned. I love the stat lines too. This moment's got a $6 floor right now. But 37 minutes on the court, 29 points. And then y'all break this down a little bit more. One thing I want to say I kind of like too, I started looking up the top sell ever on this moment was just over $3,300.
Wow.
The top sell. So
Dang.
break down what's happening here.
Yeah.
I like guys that have been there before, that they're not overly celebrating a big time cockback. You could tell he's been up there by the rim a couple times, that he just kind of jogs back.
It's very different from KPJ's S1 TSD, where he throws the same windmill down and then he hits a shimmy dance right after. Zach LaVine has been in many dunk contests, and yes, he has been there before.
It's not like he jumped the pass. Like who's that Spur throwing the ball to?
I think it was Lonnie Walker hesitating.
Yeah, it was like a bounce pass when he was going to try to shove pass, and
I think he got stuck in between trying to pump fake there. He wasn't sure. I don't think he saw him. Get an angle of it there on the second clip.
Yeah.
But I love seeing guys play both ways, play solid defense, and then take it into the transition and slam it home.
Yeah, that play doesn't happen if it's not as – oh, my bad.
Stepped on me. Hustle and show vibes.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that play doesn't happen if it's not a strong closeout by Patrick Williams. So, great closeout by Pat.
Yeah.
Seeing the small things, Drip. See, you mentioned so how many steps does he take? Dribbles. He steals it. He's at the three-point line, top of the key. Three dribbles. He gets all the way
from the opposite free throw. Wow.
I couldn't do that if my life depended on it.
Three.
He covers so much ground, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
What an athlete.
Yeah.
I love the
dunk contest winner, back-to-back winner. Was that 2016? 15 and 16.
Wow. What a great player. I really like him a lot. I hope he does well. I hope he gets back to that form.
Got traded to the Bulls with Chris Dunn and Markkanen for Jimmy Butler and somebody I've never heard of. And that was with Minnesota, and Minnesota didn't get to keep Butler. So I think Minnesota got fleeced there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they did.
Great trade for the Bulls.
Losing Markkanen alone is bad.
Man.
Yeah.
He is really improving. We're talking about finding a new spot and catching the right vibes. Man, he is really successful right now. I'm having fun watching him play.
Yep, no doubt.
Yeah, he's big time, and they're playing the right way. Utah is built like a college team. There's no real true star, and they all share the rock. They all touch it every possession. I like the way they play.
Yeah.
Yeah, moving the ball.
That's a good one. That's a good moment. Amazing to me when I think back to how everybody was all about these Cool Cat challenges. It was such a crazy, crazy time, man.
Actually, Jeb Bush was coming out with videos by the day, and they were called I forgot, some tinfoil stuff.
Yeah,
basically, he would come up with these Cool Cat conspiracies,
Yep.
and there were so many challenges, and they all had their own little twist. Cool Cat. Sometimes they went to colleges with cat logos, tattoos with cats, cold climates.
I didn't know about any of that stuff till we talked to
Austin.
Yeah, to Austin Kent. Yeah, about it. And he was mentioning those things just in passing. And I was like, whoa, I didn't even notice all that stuff.
Yeah, then there was a game winner challenge that was supposed to happen, and it kind of got leaked or something, that basically this was in the works, a little roadmap. So Jeb made a video and was saying the Cole Anthony 40K, the game winner, was one of the moments that was needed.
Oh, God.
And I tell you, the entire user base bought the Cole Anthony 40K. Yeah. And then they came out and was like, hey, we're not doing it no more, because too many people pre-bought the challenge and caught on to what we were doing. So they kind of did something different, which I wasn't a fan of at the time, because they kind of admitted that we got over on them, and you're not supposed to beat the casino. You don't beat the house. So I think we kind of got beat there, and that stung. But, certain things from the Cool Cats and in the early S2 days just bring me back.
Oh yeah, it amazes me, the activity and the hype.
Mm-hmm.
Every day was all about what's going to happen. What's next?
Stress tests, 3,000 pack drops, crazy stuff.
Crazy stuff. It definitely makes now so much. I think about now, it's just quiet.
More relaxing. Taking some of the stress out of it, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's gotten quiet over the years. I think once the Janie era ended, it kind of got really like they took a step back from social media use. They don't answer every question that people have or every complaint. They come out very strategic, very concise. I do appreciate their new messaging and communication strategies because sometimes it was over the top. You'd have, Dumbo maybe in a random spaces with 30 people or less, and it's just he's on someone's random spaces on Twitter, and he's trying to, be a Flow ambassador, a Top Shot Dapper ambassador, and do his job, and at the same time still make it interesting and fun and market and say, hey, this is to come. But the problem was then 30 people only had info on something that was coming, and then you had a whole bunch of people playing ahead, and then there's sometimes that thing doesn't happen as soon as they want it. So now they're mad at Dumbo because he was excited and said, hey, guys, you're going to have some fun coming soon.
Never
and people got
mad
at him for telling them they're going to have something fun. So I've seen Top Shot be in rocks in a hard place in between it all.
It happens, doesn't it?
Yeah, their communication's really good now, I think. They don't like breadcrumb us too much to where people are mad.
Yeah. The transparency has gotten a little better for sure. That's one of the things I've always appreciated about you is there's a difference between just being negative and then giving positive or negative feedback in the right way. And I've always loved that even with any criticism that you've given or things that you think should change or whatever, you also always share some love about positivity happening too, because it goes both ways, right? So
no doubt. No doubt.
It does go both ways. And my event wasn't perfect. Things happened. I was supposed to have a couple extra camera crews. People called out for COVID. I had to take it on the chin. I had to just have 3 cameras. And then we had a mix up with Dream where he went live on his Twitch chat and he was supposed to give that feed to Tandy. And so we were down a camera half the time. I didn't know because I was doing a lot of things. I was running around the arena with a mic. I had a cell phone to get an extra camera view.
That's awesome.
I have it muted. I'm on the mic. Mike Zakarian 4-3. Like that. It's just I was wearing so many hats, and it didn't come out perfect the way I wish it did. I wish there was music playing, but the problem is I was supposed to be DJ. I had a whole playlist made, but since 2 cameramen backed out because it was COVID era, I had to then use my phone as an extra camera, so there wasn't vibes for the people who were there. There wasn't music.
Everything pack drip.
It was a silent open gym, and I feel like I didn't do that good, and I need to prepare better for next time, and things like that. And you learn. You have to be accepting to some criticism, and you also have to be self-reflective and realize where you didn't meet your goals, but how you can meet them the next time, and not just beat yourself up and say I'm a loser because this didn't happen.
That's
if it was perfect the first time, there would be nothing to improve upon.
That's right.
So
always getting better.
Yeah, just always getting better. That was my first time hosting an event like that, so it was bound to happen. And if anything, it went better than even I expected. So you got to take your lumps and you got to embrace the lessons because, as we said, your collection doesn't get built in one day. Your perspective and who you are isn't determined on birth. You build your character over time. I guess I'm more of a nurture over nature person. I guess my psychology brain kicking on here. But yeah, it's just what you do, and you got to put in the work and really, really earn it. So, that's
no doubt.
Speaking of earning it, let's check out this next Nikola Jokic move right here he puts on because he is about to earn this bucket.
Man,
I love this moment here.
Go ahead, Brett.
Layup moment. I love it. This is currently, I think it has an MVP badge on this bad boy. Challenge reward here. 6,754 mint count. There's only 205 of these burned with a $13 floor. Love the stat line. 37 minutes, put up 47 points. 4 for 4 at the 3-point line. He caught Rudy Gobert there sleeping a little bit. But the highest sale of this moment to date, $11,500.
Wow.
Holy cow.
Wow.
Break down what's happening here, guys.
Can't even imagine that.
Seeing this, I know we're supposed to talk about the recent games, but game 1, Lakers Nuggets, he hits AD with this same move and dunks on him. If you seen that last night, he does the same shoulder roll from the same left block and beats him. And it's just special. You know, that's a Jokic signature move, and it's getting encapsulated on the blockchain. And it's also something I've used a ton in moment ranks, and it's won me some money.
You just mentioned it against Anthony Davis in the playoffs last night, and we're watching it against Rudy Gobert right now. Those are 2 stud defenders, shot blockers that he's just making look silly.
Yeah, some of the best in the league, and he's doing a reverse scoop around him, and then he went over the top last night on AD with the same thing.
Absorbs the contact here with the finish, gives a little bit of a smirk there at the end, but
it's a big 300-pound dude flying right there in the air, though.
Yeah, you say 300, but they never list them at that weight.
No, I know.
I feel like the Nuggets, too, do such a good job of spacing. You look at those 2 guys on the offside, one was short corner and one out on the 3.
In Tridica's position.
Yes, that's right. The defense has got to – he doesn't come over and help because that dude on the short corner is going to have a wide open look either way.
Ooh, I like his shoes, though.
Backed him down slow, felt him there on his back, and then did that spin. And that was nice.
No doubt. Yeah, that defender just he shades back to the guy in the short corner because he can't leave him, which leaves Gobert on an island.
I'm sorry, Treat.
No. Yeah, that was it. It's good.
Pack Drip mentioned in the last moment, Zach LaVine needs to attack the rim more so that he could get the 3-pointer. I think Jokic is a pass-first guy. He loves to get the team involved. He's an MVP caliber teammate. As for finding everybody, makes them play defense harder. And he loves getting the squad involved. But he can't do that if he doesn't show he could score first. He's got to make them guard him, and then they double team and come off their help side.
Right, because the next time they go down and they try to run this, that guy on the opposite block is going to cheat over and do the double, and then that's when he's going to find, who is it, maybe Michael Green or something on the opposite block?
Yeah.
I don't know who that is, but yeah, he's going to find him on the next one, and that just sets it up. You're so right, 3-ball.
Yeah. Hell of a player.
We mentioned that last night in the broadcast of how their team is so much different, that they had Jokic there, but they just they haven't had all the pieces together, and they're finally kind of putting them together. He's getting better every year. Jokic is, man. He's really good. You mentioned 300 pounds. I think he's dropped some weight now. He looks streamlined for sure.
Yeah, Luka needs to go on his regimen. Sometimes when I see pictures of rookie or FIBA Luka, and then I'm this is the guy who showed up this year.
Yeah,
you just see it in his face. When I look at old pictures of me in high school, and then I see my face now, I'm like, wow.
It's all this Texas food, bro. It's all that queso he's been eating.
Queso.
He's eating all that queso down here in Dallas.
You can't blame him for that.
Oh no, definitely not. I'd be grubbing up too.
I can't wait till you come down for that court that's being opened here in Dallas. We're gonna have a great time.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna be there. And you asked me a question maybe in the other show. I think it relates to that.
Nice.
So it's gonna be a good opening.
It'll be great.
Huge.
So I don't know if any of y'all have brothers. Jokic has 2 older brothers. Both are a decade older. Both played basketball in Europe as well as over here in the States.
I didn't know
that had to have helped him growing up, getting beat up by those 2 monsters to where he is ready for anything.
Yeah, I didn't know that. That's a good point.
And then got 50 points as a Nugget earlier in his career as his career high. And I know he's done that again recently, but only AI and Melo are the only 2 Nuggets that have ever done that before. So he joins those 2.
It's good company.
Yes, sir.
That is good company.
Anything else on Jokic before we move to the last one?
Good stuff. I like that moment a lot.
We got 2 good ones so far.
We got some. Those are good. Those are good. Really high quality players with some high quality plays. This is going to be tough when it comes to choosing which one is.
To go for
Tobias.
That's right, Tobias Harris.
Choosing which one, Tobias.
Yeah.
Oh my!
Ooh, bars.
That's right. Talking about his dunk here. 5,000 mint count on this bad boy. There's only 17 burned. 37 minutes in this game with 24 points. It's got an $18 floor right now.
Wow.
And I like this one a lot. You don't see a single other teammate in the whole moment until right at the end. You see a clip of Embiid. It's like a solo moment. It's really cool. But break it down. Top sell of $8,500 here.
Wow.
This Tobias Harris moment. Yeah, back to it.
I mean, that is kind of mind-blowing, and his team is nowhere to be found the whole moment.
It's not until the very last shot you see Embiid's face run across when he's celebrating. That's it.
That's wild.
It's like he's playing in a bubble by himself. Him
1-on-5.
Hornet. Like,
And
I
then
like Terry Rozier flying by. Biyombo's trying to block it, and Rozier just sneaks on. He's like, he changes his mind midway. Oh, no.
That's awesome.
Bismack Biyombo's nickname is the Biz. They call him Biz, but he did not make a good business decision right there.
No.
yeah.
I'm glad we got to see some context on the second and third clip there because he's just bringing the ball up across half court. A little hesitation, a little hezzy, and just blows by him and attacks the rim.
Is that why is Biz on? Would Biz be guarding him, or did something happen? It seems like he shouldn't be picking up Harris.
I know for a while,
especially because Joel's running back.
Yeah.
I want to say that he was playing the 4 for a while. Tobias was, so maybe they just. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Man, it looks like open gym right here.
It does.
This moment. I love it though. Going against 3 dudes there right before he takes off. Like
that's me dunking on Tandy at the next NFT. Tandy, I'd love for Tandy to try to pick me up at top of the key.
Challenge accepted.
We gotta get Tandy from Portugal. We gotta fly him out.
We gotta fly him out.
Get him out here. Yeah, get him to the States. But man, Tobias Harris, I even liked him in college. You know, he was one and done at Tennessee. And I thought he was gonna have, a high floor. And I mean, he's shown that, and he's gotten max contracts. He's done well. He's just not that perennial all-star maybe people thought he was gonna be.
No, but he's a hell of a player, no doubt.
I think again what we've been. Sorry, Brett, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say he's not like the big name player when you think of the team, but he's so consistent at least over the last year or two. Like he puts up good numbers. He's such a great player, but he just he's a defender too. Next step, but he's there.
Yeah, he's a good defender too, man.
He's one like we're talking about previously that if you looked at his resume, you might see red flags that he's played for 5 teams, that he's been traded multiple times and had a year and a half here, getting traded in the middle of the season. And now he's at Philly for 5 years. They 5 seasons, and they're making a deep playoff run that ended, but they still had a really good year.
They did. They're good. Love it. It's a good moment. Man, 3 good moments today.
I know. It gets me excited to ask my next question here. Back Drip, we're gonna save you for the end, the best for last. But we're gonna go through and ask what your moment of the week is.
Moment of the week.
And today we're gonna start with Treaticus.
All
Tree,
right.
take some pressure off you, 3-ball.
Thank you.
You know, I think I'm just going to have to go with the Joker. I think that, I mean, all the moments are good, but that's just so quintessential and sweet. I just love his game so much, and that moment is a really nice moment. So, yeah, Joker for me.
Nice. The spit against Rudy. I like it. What about you, 3-ball?
Man, 3 really good moments to choose from. 3 really good players. Jokic MVP talent, that would be really hard not to choose, but that Zach LaVine dunk in the open court, the thumbnail of it, that's the moment for me out of those 3. I like that one a lot.
Nice. I do too. Guy, my first rare ever. This is going to be really interesting, Pack Drip. No pressure. I just take away how much I like the players. Just looking at the moment, what's involved, the people coming in. I love hustle. I'm going the Tobias Harris, man. Just takes it, gets the ball, and just runs down court and scores and goes up against 2 big dudes, throws it down in the face. And I feel like people need to drive to the basket more in basketball in general. Like, that's when I look at it, because that opens up the 3-ball Pack Drip you were saying earlier. It opens up everything else when you make that defender come in and not stay on the perimeter and with ball movement. I got to go with Tobias. So we have one for every person. This almost never happens. So obviously you're going to make 1 right choice and 2 wrong choices.
He knows ball. He knows ball.
Pack Drip, the man, the myth, the legend.
So wait, I have to choose one of you guys' moments to pick?
You have to
just one of the 3. Which one's your favorite?
What's your favorite moment? We all just happen to choose different moments.
Mm-hmm.
So whoever you choose, you're going to side with one of us accidentally.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of times we're all 3 picking the same one, so it's good that we got some diversity here. You pick your favorite moment of those 3. Which one's your favorite, Drip?
Tree, which one did you say again?
Joker.
Which one?
Joker.
Oh, yeah. All right, so this one's tough.
That's right.
The LaVine one happened in a loss, so I can't choose that one.
Oh, okay. I agree. 3-ball,
like
3-ball, freaking loser, man. He loves
That's
losing.
right. Get out of here.
So then I think I might have to pick the Joker too, because it's the recency bias, We were just talking about that spin happened last night. He's still using the same move, and it's still working.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, brother.
That's right. I mean,
I love it.
I'm super attached to Joker. Not only is he a talent, but I mean, he's one of Luka's best friends. He's got that step back where he shoots off the opposite foot. Reminds me of Dirk. Just so many connections with me. I love the Joker. So great choice.
He's my favorite out of the 3, but it was hard not to choose him, especially that MVP moment. So,
fortunately, I got to choose first. So
there you go.
And my basketball knowledge, Pack Drip, we know the game.
You're a legend on the hardwood, Chris.
Exactly.
I see that game winner.
Hey, it's shot heard around the county. People still talk about it.
You rocked that whole gym.
People still stop me in the street and say, "Man, I was there to see that."
Like Godzilla?
The bank was open that day.
The bank was open.
It was.
Oh.
Pack Drip, man, this has been a pleasure, dude. Thank you so much for being here. I don't want to wrap up quick, but I have to tell you, man, I'm so happy you joined us. I was pumped about you coming on. This is great just talking basketball. We got to keep doing this, bud.
Yeah, thank you. You invited me to the Collected and Connecting. I joined the squad because of you. And you joined NLL because of what I had to say. And I just appreciate that we were both like, hey, you come to my thing, I'll come to your thing. Like, let's go, let's check this out. Like, we were both very dedicated basketball fans and NBA Top Shot collectors. So we found perfect homes for where we want to be. And I think both places you're going to meet like-minded individuals, and you're going to see a lot of people have different things. Like, you went to Central Arkansas, and you know Scotty and have all these things. Like, people have so much different life experience, and I think it's so cool that we come together and you guys are Mavs fans and going through everything that you are. You got Dirk in the back, and then you got the next European, Doncic, with King Brett's jersey. You know, you guys just have the generational fandom that we were speaking of in the previous episode and in this episode as well. It's what it's all about. You know, like there's so much about passing the game down. I host a podcast with Rick Barry, you know, the underhand Rick Barry, and we've been doing it for 2 years, and he teaches me so much stuff. We talk about everything, and to get a player's perspective that played back in the day, but then also had sons who played in dunk contests in the 90s. Bones Barry, he was doing great, you know. So there's so much different perspectives. And his youngest son, Canyon, still plays for USA Basketball in the 3-on-3, and he won the gold this year.
Wow.
So, you know, it is generational. There's players like Del Curry, who now their son, Steph Curry, might be the best point guard of all time. Him and Magic are tied neck and neck in my eyes. Right. So, yeah, it's all about just passing it down and paying it forward. And that's what 3Ball, Treaticus, and King Brett have been doing. And I appreciate it, and keep paying it forward, guys.
Amen, dude. Amen. Love it. And we will get together in Dallas when the NLL court opens, and maybe do a live show down there. But yeah, guys, great time, moment by moment. We love the moments. We love Top Shot. We love hoops. Pack Drip, what you got? One more. You got another thought?
Are you guys going to Vegas?
I'm working on it.
Yeah, I think we are working on some communication. We got to get a little group talk going here.
Well, I've been wondering when you're going to give me the deets, Brett. I was wondering.
I know. I actually pulled some information together. So let's we'll talk, Pac. Are you going? Thinking about going?
Yeah, this will be my third year in a row. I'll be going to Summer League. Okay. And I'm super excited. In the past 2 years, I got to see my guy Cam Thomas bust some butt and win MVP both years. Nice. And then this year, I don't think he's going to be playing there. I think he's kind of elevated himself above Summer League. But seeing a bunch of other people, you know, last year I was talking, there's this guy, Ginobili Soros. He's from Spain, but he lives in Dubai.
Love that guy.
He came all the way to Vegas to watch his team, the Spurs. And we sat through games together. I was watching Spurs. We were watching, every team is there.
Listen, I can't wait. I can't wait.
And now he's got Wemby. Yeah. And he actually can have like something to root for this summer league. Last year, he was like, I don't know these guys. I'm not too familiar. But he set up the Paris experience. I think he helped with that. And now Wemby, the French guy, is coming to his team. It's poetic. It's beautiful.
Awesome.
That's great.
Collecting and connecting, baby.
Summer League details to come. Everyone else watching this EP out there, go on, write in the comments, vote, send a tweet. Let us know who your moment of the week is, who you agree with. Treaticus and Pack Drip, myself, or 3Ball. Let us know. We love and appreciate all you out there. And Pack Drip, just so great to have you on, man. We love and appreciate you. Keep doing what you're doing out there for sure.
Good time.
Much love, guys.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week on Moment by Moment.
See you, Pack Drip.
All right. Peace, Pack.